One small setback destroys your whole mood. One comment ruins your entire week. One rejection makes you question your worth and you say, "I'm just sensitive." No, you are emotionally weak and you've normalized it. Read that again. You don't have thick skin, you have unstable control over your emotions. That's the difference. Sensitivity is feeling deeply. Weakness is collapsing easily. You are not weak because you feel, you are weak because you break. There's a gap between stimulus and reaction. Strong people live in that gap. You react instantly. Someone criticizes you, you replay it 50 times in your head, you imagine arguments, you create fake scenarios, you lose focus. You lose sleep, you lose momentum over one sentence. That is not depth, that is lack of control. Look at your pattern. When things go well, you are motivated. When things go wrong, you disappear. Your confidence is weather-based. If the environment is nice, you shine. If the environment is harsh, you shut down. That is fragility. Real strength is stable, not loud, not dramatic. Stable. Let's break it down psychologically. Your brain is built for survival. Not success, it reacts to threat, and your ego treats criticism like a threat, so your nervous system activates, heart rate changes, muscles tense, mind goes defensive. You think you are hurt. In reality, your ego is protecting itself and you let it win. Every time someone says you could have done better, instead of analyzing it, you feel attacked. Instead of improving, you withdraw. That is weakness. And it's expensive because growth requires correction. Correction feels uncomfortable. You avoid discomfort. So you avoid growth, then you wonder why you're stuck. Look at real examples. Michael Jordan was cut from his high school varsity team. He didn't cry about it publicly, he trained harder, he used it. J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers. If she stopped at the first no, there would be no Harry Potter. Steve Jobs was fired from his own company, Apple. Imagine that, you build something, then you get removed from it. Most people would collapse permanently. He came back stronger. Why? Because they didn't build identity on temporary events. You do, you attach your identity to outcomes. If you fail, you say, "I am a failure." If someone criticizes you, "I am not good enough." No, you experienced a failure, you are not one, but your emotional control is so weak that you merge events with identity. That's dangerous. Let's talk about overreacting. Someone doesn't reply to your message. Your mind creates drama. They're ignoring me. They don't respect me. They don't like me anymore. Your mood drops, productivity drops, energy drops. All because of a story you invented. Emotionally strong people verify. Emotionally weak people assume. That assumption drains you. Now look at quitting. You start gym. 1 week soreness. You stop. You start business. First slow month. You doubt everything, you start content creation. Low views, you disappear. Your effort is not weak, your tolerance is weak. You want results without resistance. That is childish. Life does not reward fragile minds, it tests them. Again and again until they either break or adapt. You call yourself soft-hearted. But when pressure comes, you collapse. That is not softness, that is instability. Real sensitivity is controlled. It feels deeply but responds wisely. You respond emotionally, immediately, without thinking, and then regret it later. How many friendships did you damage because you reacted instead of paused? How many opportunities did you lose because you took feedback personally? How many nights did you waste overthinking one small moment? Be honest, your emotional weakness is costing you years. And the worst part, you defend it. You say, "That's just how I am." No, that's how you trained yourself to be. Emotional strength is built, not gifted. You built weak patterns, constant validation seeking, immediate reaction habit, avoiding hard conversations, escaping criticism, blocking discomfort. Every time you avoided emotional pain, you reduced your capacity. It's like muscle. If you never lift heavy weight, you stay weak. If you never tolerate emotional discomfort, you stay fragile. Strong people are not emotionless. They just don't let emotions drive the car, you let emotions drive, and then you complain about the destination. Here's a brutal truth, the world will not adjust to your sensitivity. Workplace won't, competition won't, reality won't. Pressure increases as you grow. If you can't handle small setbacks now, bigger ones will destroy you later. Emotional strength is survival skill. Without it, talent is useless. Intelligence is useless. Ambition is useless. Because pressure will expose you, and right now you are exposed by small things. That should scare you, not to depress you, to wake you up. Because the good news is this, if weakness was learned, strength can be learned too. But first, you must stop romanticizing your fragility. Stop calling breakdowns personality. Stop calling overthinking depth. Stop calling quitting self-care. Sometimes it's not protection, it's avoidance. And avoidance builds weak minds. Look at yourself clearly. No excuses, no drama, just facts. You are not too sensitive for this world. You are undertrained for pressure, and pressure is coming anyway. The question is simple. Will you keep reacting or will you start controlling? I will show you exactly how to build emotional toughness. But first, accept this without ego. You are not broken. You are just undisciplined emotionally, and that can be fixed. You don't fix emotional weakness by thinking positive. You fix it by training your nervous system, because that's where the reaction starts. Not in your words, not in your logic, in your body. Your body reacts first. Your mind creates story later. So if you want strength, you must train the pause, that tiny space between what happens and how you respond. Right now, that space is almost zero. Someone criticizes you, reaction. Someone ignores you, reaction. Something fails, reaction. You are living on impulse. That must change. First rule, delay your reaction, not forever, just 10 seconds. When something hits your ego, do nothing, no message, no reply. No expression, breathe slowly, inhale, hold, exhale. Again, what you are doing is telling your brain, this is not danger. The more you practice this, the calmer your system becomes. Emotional strength is nervous system control, not attitude. Second rule, separate event from identity. Write this down somewhere. An event is not who I am. Failed exam, that is an event. Bad presentation, event. Rejected proposal, event. It says nothing about your value. But you attach meaning instantly, you personalize everything. That habit is poisoning you. Strong people analyze, weak people internalize. Next time something goes wrong, ask only one question. What can I improve? Not, why am I like this? That one shift builds resilience. Third rule, intentionally expose yourself to discomfort. Yes, on purpose, because avoidance made you fragile. Cold showers, difficult conversations, public speaking, hard workouts. Waking up early, finishing tasks when you don't feel like it. These are emotional gym sessions. Every time you do something uncomfortable and survive it, your brain learns, I can handle this. Confidence is built through survived discomfort. Not motivational quotes, look at real people. David Goggins didn't become mentally strong by reading about discipline. He trained in pain, again and again. Serena Williams lost matches on global stages, millions watching. Pressure massive, she didn't quit tennis because of one defeat, she returned stronger. Why? Because their identity was bigger than one moment. You must build that too. Fourth rule, stop seeking constant reassurance. This one hurts. You send something and wait for validation. You make a decision and ask 5 people if it's okay. You share an idea and panic if someone doesn't clap. That addiction to approval makes you unstable. Reduce it. Make small decisions alone. Stand by them even if imperfect. You are training independence. Fifth rule, control your inner language. You speak to yourself more than anyone else, and you are brutal in private. I'm stupid, I always mess up. I can't handle pressure. Your brain listens and adapts. Change it, not fake positivity, just accurate language. Instead of I'm bad at this, say I'm learning this. Instead of I can't take criticism, say I'm building thicker skin. Words shape identity, identity shapes behavior. Now let's build a daily emotional strength routine. Morning, no instant stimulation, no social media. Sit in silence for 5 minutes. Observe your thoughts, don't fight them, just watch. You are building awareness. Emotionally weak people are controlled by thoughts. Strong people observe them. Midday, do one hard thing early. Not the easiest task, the uncomfortable one. Train your brain to move toward resistance. Evening, reflect what triggered you today. How did you respond? Could you respond better next time? No self-hate, just correction. Night, gratitude. Not soft gratitude, strategic gratitude. 3 difficult things you handled today. You are teaching your brain to notice strength. Over time, you stop seeing yourself as fragile. You start seeing yourself as capable. Now understand something important. Emotional strength does not mean you stop feeling pain. It means pain doesn't control your direction. You can feel hurt and still move forward. You can feel embarrassed and still show up tomorrow. You can feel rejected and still try again. That is power. Right now, your emotions decide your schedule. Bad mood, you cancel work. Low energy, you skip effort. Someone upset you, whole day ruined. That must end. You are giving temporary feelings permanent authority, and they don't deserve it. Feelings change, discipline stays. Let me give you a real scenario. You post content, low views, old you deletes post, feels embarrassed. Stops posting, new you analyzes data, improves hook, posts again, same situation, different identity, that's emotional strength. Another scenario, boss criticizes your work, old you defensive, silent anger, overthinking at night. New you takes notes, improves skill, moves forward. You don't need less emotion, you need more control, and control is trained daily. Small reps, small wins, small pauses. Over months, people will notice something different. You don't react quickly anymore, you don't get shaken easily. You stay calm under pressure. That calmness becomes your power because most people are reactive. Stable people dominate chaotic environments, remember this. Life will not become softer, challenges will not decrease, pressure will increase, responsibility will increase, expectations will increase. If your emotional capacity stays small, you will feel crushed. But if your capacity grows, the same pressure feels manageable. It's not about reducing weight, it's about increasing strength. Right now, you are asking life to lower the weight. Instead, increase your strength. You are not too sensitive for success. You are undertrained for adversity. Train daily, quietly, no drama, no announcements, just stronger reactions, stronger posture, stronger decisions. One day, something that used to break you won't even shake you. And that day you'll realize you didn't become cold, you became controlled, and controlled minds build powerful lives. If this felt uncomfortable, good. That means you're growing. Share this with someone who reacts too fast, and if you're serious about building real mental strength, subscribe, because here we don't escape pressure, we train for it.